Welcome back to the channel, Rare Coins Collections, Coin Enthusiasts. If you're someone who's passionate about coin collecting or just loves learning about rare and valuable pieces of currency, you're in for a real treat today. We're diving into a coin that has caught the attention of many collectors, the United States of America Washington $quarter 1993 mint mark. This coin is special for a number of reasons, and today we're going to break down why this seemingly common quarter could be worth an unbelievable amount of money. At first glance, the 1993 Washington quarter might appear to be just another quarter. It's part of the regular circulation coins that were produced in large numbers, but there's much more to this coin than meets the eye. If you've been following coin trends, you might already know that certain years and mint marks have a far greater value than others, and the 1993 Washington quarter is one of those examples. You see, although millions of these coins were minted, some specific variations, especially those with rare mint marks, are incredibly sought after. The U.S. Mint has produced quarters in different years with subtle differences in the design and striking process, leading to certain batches being more valuable than others. The 1993 Washington quarter is part of this intriguing group. In particular, if you find one with a mint mark that is less common, you could be holding onto a rare and valuable piece of American history. To better understand why this coin stands out, let's first explore the Washington quarter's historical significance. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. Over the years, the design has undergone a few changes, but the obverse, featuring the portrait of Washington, has remained a constant symbol of American pride. The reverse design has changed over the years, but in 1993, the coin featured the standard eagle design, which was used for several years. Now, let's get into the important stuff, the value of this 1993 Washington quarter. You might be thinking, it's just a quarter. How valuable can it really be? Well, you'd be surprised. While most 1993 quarters in circulation today are worth only their face value of 25 cents, there are certain factors that can cause the value to skyrocket. The key factors here are rarity, minting errors, and demand from collectors. And it's these elements that make this quarter so desirable to those in the know. One major reason why a 1993 Washington quarter can command such a high price is due to its scarcity in certain conditions. While millions of these coins were produced, a small number were struck with unique features, such as rare mint marks or slight minting errors that make them stand out. For example, if you come across a 1993 Washington quarter with a D mint mark from Denver or an S mint mark from San Francisco, the value could be significantly higher than a regular quarter. But even beyond the mint mark, certain variations in the design, such as a strong strike or pristine condition, can dramatically increase a coin's worth. Additionally, the condition of the coin is a major factor in determining its value. Coins that have been well preserved, free from scratches or damage, are more valuable than those that have been heavily circulated. Coins in what is known as mint state, meaning they have little to no wear, can be worth much more. If you happen to find a 1993 Washington quarter in almost perfect condition, it could easily be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the other factors at play. Now, let's talk about the ultimate value. You might be wondering, just how much can this coin be worth? If you've found one of these rare, highly sought-after 1993 Washington quarters, it can sell for astronomical prices in certain cases. Some have been known to fetch as much as $140,000. That's right, $140,000. This mind-blowing figure can be the value of a 1993 Washington quarter under the right circumstances, particularly when it is in perfect condition and features rare mint marks or other desirable qualities. This huge value is driven by the rarity of these coins in such great condition. While most of us wouldn't think twice about spending a quarter, coin collectors and investors who specialize in rare coins know that a seemingly ordinary coin like the 1993 Washington quarter can become a valuable asset over time. These rare coins are hard to come by, and that's what makes them so attractive to collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for them. Today, we're talking about one of the most intriguing coins in circulation, the United States of America Washington quarter dollar from 2014. This coin, while often seen as a regular piece of currency, has gained a lot of attention in recent years for its surprising value. You might be wondering, what makes a 2014 quarter so special? Well, stay tuned, because we're about to dive into the fascinating world of coin collecting and discover just how much this coin could really be worth. When you think of the Washington quarter, you probably picture the classic design featuring George Washington's profile on the obverse and the majestic eagle on the reverse. The Washington quarter has been a staple in U.S. currency since it was first minted in 1932, commemorating the first president of the United States. The 2014 version, however, is part of a series that's gained more interest among collectors over the years due to its rarity and specific minting conditions. Now, you might be asking, why is this 2014 Washington quarter any different from others? Well, the truth is that most people see these quarters as just another piece of pocket change, worth only 25 cents. But the reality is, certain Washington quarters from 2014 have been spotted in the coin collecting world, and they are worth significantly more than their face value. The key to their worth lies in the rarity of specific mint marks, minting errors, and the overall condition of the coin. Let's break it down. When you take a closer look at the 2014 Washington quarter, there's more than meets the eye. While millions of these coins were minted, only a small percentage have the qualities that can make them so valuable to collectors. Mint marks, for example, can play a huge role in determining how much a particular coin is worth. Coins produced at different U.S. mint facilities, such as Denver or San Francisco, often have different mint marks, and these variations can make a big difference in price. If you happen to find a quarter with a rare mint mark, it could be worth a lot more than you expect, but it's not just about mint marks. Coins that have been struck with certain flaws or errors can also fetch higher prices. These errors, which happen during the minting process, are rare and can make a coin even more sought after. Some collectors specifically look for these types of errors, as they are considered unique and interesting. So if you come across a 2014 Washington quarter with an error, whether it's a double die, a misaligned strike, or some other anomaly, it could be the key to unlocking a much higher value than you thought possible. And, of course, there's the condition of the coin itself. A coin that has been well preserved and shows minimal signs of wear and tear is always going to be worth more than one that's been heavily circulated. The condition is typically graded on a scale, with higher grades indicating a coin that is nearly flawless. Coins in mint state, which are those with the least amount of wear, are particularly valuable to collectors. So, if you come across a 2014 Washington quarter that looks like it just came out of the mint, you could be holding a small treasure. So, what's the ultimate value of this coin? While the 2014 Washington quarter may seem like a common coin to the untrained eye, it can actually be worth far more than just 25 cents, especially if it's in mint condition or features a rare mint mark or error. Some of these coins have sold for impressive amounts, but on average, a 2014 Washington quarter in perfect condition can be worth as much as $80,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $80,000. This high value is a result of a few key factors: its rarity, demand among collectors, and the specific qualities of certain quarters from that year. The 2014 Washington quarter is a great example of how a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance can actually be worth a small fortune if you know what to look for. Today's video is going to be one you don't want to miss. We're diving deep into the world of the United States Washington quarter dollar, specifically the 1982 mint mark. While most of us see these quarters as just regular pocket change, some of these coins are worth far more than you could ever imagine. Buckle up, because you're about to discover how a simple quarter can turn into a small fortune. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since it was first minted in 1932, featuring the iconic profile of George Washington on the obverse, and an eagle on the reverse. Over the years, this coin has seen many variations, and one particular year, the 1982 quarter, has garnered attention for its value among collectors. It's incredible to think that a coin, which you might find in your change jar or at the bottom of your purse, could be worth thousands of dollars. But, as with many things in the world of coin collecting, there's more than meets the EYE.so. What exactly makes the 1982 Washington quarter so special? First and foremost, the rarity of the coin is what sets it apart from the rest. While millions of these quarters were minted, only a select few have the key characteristics that make them worth so much. A coin's mint mark, for example, plays a crucial role in determining its value. The 1982 Washington quarter was produced at multiple U.S. mint locations, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. These different mint marks can make a significant difference in value, depending on the scarcity and demand for specific mint variations, but it doesn't stop there. A coin's condition is one of the most important factors that influences its value. Coins that are in excellent condition, often referred to as a mint state, are far more valuable than those that have been heavily circulated. The less wear and tear a coin shows, the higher its value in the eyes of collectors. A 1982 Washington quarter that is in mint condition with sharp details, bright luster, and minimal to no signs of wear can fetch a premium price. Another factor to consider when it comes to the 1982 Washington quarter is the possibility of minting errors. Mistakes made during the production process can lead to coins that are highly desirable among collectors. Some errors are extremely rare and can turn an otherwise ordinary quarter into a prized possession. Errors like double dies, off-center strikes, and misaligned dies can add significant value to the coin, sometimes making them worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars more than their original face value. Speaking of value, let's get to the exciting part. You might be wondering just how much a 1982 Washington quarter is actually worth. Well, the answer depends on the specific characteristics of the coin, but let's just say that some of these quarters have sold for a staggering amount of money. In fact, some collectors have paid as much as $1,900,000 for a 1982 Washington quarter in pristine condition, with rare mint marks or minting errors. That's right, $1,900,000. That price is no small sum, and it's a testament to just how valuable the right coin can be. It's incredible to think that a quarter that was minted to be a simple form of currency could end up being worth more than a home or even a luxury car. But in the world of coin collecting, anything is possible. So, if you happen to come across a 1982 Washington quarter, make sure to inspect it carefully. You could be sitting on a hidden treasure. Now that you know just how much the 1982 Washington quarter can be worth, it's time to check your own coin collection. You might have a valuable coin sitting right under your nose, waiting to be discovered. And who knows? You might be the next lucky collector to find one of these rare and highly sought-after quarters. If you're new to the world of coin collecting, don't worry. There are plenty of resources available to help you learn more about the fascinating world of rare coins. Whether it's through online communities, books, or even visiting your local coin shop, there's always something new to discover about the world of numismatics. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the United States Washington quarter, specifically the 1987 mint mark. You may have one of these coins sitting in your pocket change or tucked away in your collection, but did you know that it could potentially be worth a small fortune? That's right, the 1987 Washington quarter is more valuable than you might think, and today, we're going to explore exactly why. The Washington quarter, first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, has long been a staple of U.S. currency. Featuring the iconic image of George Washington on the front and a majestic eagle on the back, this coin has captured the hearts of collectors for decades. However, it's the specific year of 1987 that we're focusing on today. While this might seem like a fairly recent coin in the grand scheme of things, its value in the world of numismatics can be astounding, especially when you find one in pristine condition or with a rare minting error. You may be wondering, what makes the 1987 Washington quarter so special? Well, there are a few key factors that determine the worth of any coin, and these are the very elements that can drive the price of this quarter into the thousands, or even more. One of the most important factors in evaluating the value of any coin is its rarity. Though millions of 1987 quarters were minted, not all of them are in high demand. The more difficult it is to find a particular coin, the higher its value becomes. For the 1987 Washington quarter, this rarity often comes in the form of excellent condition. Coin collectors are particularly interested in coins that are in mint state, which means they have been carefully preserved and show little to no signs of wear. A coin in mint state will have sharp details, brilliant luster, and very few imperfections. This is crucial when it comes to determining the value of the coin. The more pristine the condition, the higher the potential price, but that's not all. A coin's mint mark is another important factor in determining its value. The 1987 Washington quarter was minted in several locations, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint location is identified by a small letter, P, D, or S, on the coin, which plays a significant role in the coin's rarity and value. For instance, quarters minted at the San Francisco Mint typically have a lower mintage and are often more valuable because they are harder to come by in good condition. So, if you happen to find a 1987 Washington quarter with a S mint mark, you might be holding a coin worth much more than face value. Another factor that can increase the value of the 1987 Washington quarter is the possibility of minting errors. Coin errors, although rare, can significantly enhance the value of a coin. These mistakes could include things like double dies, misaligned strikes, or off-center impressions. These types of errors make the coin unique and often highly sought after by collectors, as they are seen as rare and desirable anomalies. If you happen to stumble upon a 1987 quarter with a minting error, you could be looking at a valuable piece that could fetch a significant price at auction. Now, let's talk numbers. If you were to find a 1987 Washington quarter in impeccable condition, with a rare mint mark or a minting error, you might be surprised by just how much it could be worth. Coins like these have been known to sell for as much as $120,000. That's right, $120,000. It's incredible to think that a quarter worth only 25 cents when it was first minted could turn into such a high-value collectible. But this is exactly what makes coin collecting so exciting. You never know when you might stumble upon a coin that could change your life. So, how do you know if your 1987 Washington quarter is worth a small fortune? The best way to find out is to have it professionally appraised by a reputable coin dealer or numismatist. These experts can evaluate your coin based on its condition, mint mark, and any potential errors it may have. If you suspect that your quarter is a rare gem, don't hesitate to get it checked out. You could be holding onto something truly valuable. The world of coin collecting is filled with surprises, and the 1987 Washington quarter is just one example of how a small, everyday coin can turn into a highly valuable treasure. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, always keep an eye out for those hidden gems. Who knows? The next coin you come across might be the one that brings you a small fortune. Today, we're going to take a deep dive into a specific quarter that could be sitting right under your nose, perhaps in your pocket change or tucked away in your collection, and it could be worth far more than you think. Today, we're talking about the United States Washington quarter, minted in 1997. Now, you might be wondering, what's so special about a 1997 Washington quarter? Well, stick around because this coin might just surprise you. The Washington quarter has been part of the American coinage since 1932, and it continues to be a popular choice among collectors. With the iconic profile of George Washington on the obverse and the majestic eagle on the reverse, this coin is both a piece of history and a beautiful work of art. However, today, we're focusing on one particular year, the 1997 Washington quarter, and the valuable story behind it. So, what makes the 1997 Washington quarter stand out? For starters, while millions of quarters were minted in 1997, not all of them were created equally. The value of a coin doesn't just rely on how many were made. Instead, it depends on factors like condition, rarity, and any unique characteristics that might set a coin apart from others. In the world of numismatics, a simple coin can fetch a pretty penny if it's in excellent condition, has an unusual minting error, or comes from a special batch. One of the key things collectors look for when assessing the value of a 1997 Washington quarter is its minting quality. Coins in mint state, also known as MS or mint state coins, are those that have never been used in circulation. These coins have no visible wear and maintain their original shine and detail. The higher the quality and condition, the more desirable it is to collectors. If your 1997 Washington quarter is in excellent shape, you could already be looking at a valuable piece of history, but it's not just about the condition. The mint mark is another crucial factor when determining the value of this coin. The 1997 Washington quarter was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, Denver Mint, and San Francisco Mint, each marked with their respective mint mark P, D, and S. While the 1997 coins minted at the Philadelphia and Denver mints are fairly common, those that came from the San Francisco Mint are much rarer and more desirable to collectors. A 1997 Washington quarter with an S mint mark is likely to be more valuable than the others, especially if it's in exceptional condition beyond the minting location. Another factor that can drastically increase the value of the 1997 quarter is the possibility of a minting error. These mistakes are rare but can make a coin highly sought after. Some of the common minting errors to look for include double strikes, misaligned dies, or even coins that have been struck off-center. If you happen to find a 1997 Washington quarter with one of these errors, you may be holding onto a very unique coin that could fetch a higher price in the market. Now, let's talk about the actual value of the 1997 Washington quarter. While most 1997 quarters are worth their face value of 25 cents, a 1997 Washington quarter in exceptional condition, with a rare mint mark or a unique minting error, could be worth much more. In fact, there are documented cases where a 1997 Washington quarter has sold for as much as $170,000. Yes, you heard that right, $170,000. That's a massive leap from a simple 25-cent coin, but it goes to show how much the right combination of factors, such as rarity, condition, and unique features, can impact the value of a coin. So, how do you know if you've got a valuable 1997 Washington quarter? The best way to find out is to have it professionally appraised by a reputable coin dealer or numismatist. They can examine the coin for any signs of rarity or minting errors, and they'll also assess its condition to determine how much it could be worth on the market. If you have a collection of Washington quarters, now might be the perfect time to go through them and see if you have a hidden treasure. If you're new to the world of coin collecting or just getting into the hobby, don't be discouraged if you don't have a 1997 Washington quarter worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. The great thing about coin collecting is that it's full of surprises, and there's always something new to discover. Whether you're looking for rare coins or just starting out with a modest collection, there's a whole world of possibilities waiting for you, and who knows? The next time you check your change or browse a coin shop, you might just find that elusive 1997 Washington quarter that could be worth a small fortune. Always keep your eyes open and your curiosity alive, because in the world of numismatics, you never know when the next big find will come your way. Today's video is definitely one you don't want to miss. We're diving into a specific coin that might be lying around in your change jar, wallet, or even tucked away in your collection. Yes, you guessed it, today, we're talking about the 2014 United States Washington quarter dollar and the surprising value it holds. The Washington quarter is one of the most iconic coins in American history. It's been in circulation since 1932, and it honors the first president of the United States, George Washington. Over the years, the design has remained largely consistent, with Washington's profile gracing the front of the coin and an eagle on the reverse side. But even though the design is familiar, the value of these coins can vary greatly from year to year. The 2014 Washington quarter, in particular, is one that's been garnering attention among collectors, and for some very good reasons. The first thing to know about the 2014 Washington quarter is that it's part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program. This program, which began in 2010, features a new design each year, commemorating national parks and historic sites across the United States. In 2014, the coin commemorates the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, which spans across North Carolina and Tennessee. The reverse of the 2014 quarter features an image of the iconic Clingman's Dome, the highest peak in the Smoky Mountains, with a beautiful view of the surrounding landscape. This stunning design adds a sense of grandeur to the coin and connects it to one of America's most beloved natural treasures. Now, let's get to the exciting part, the value of the 2014 Washington quarter. If you've come across one of these quarters in your change, you might not immediately think it's worth much more than 25 cents. However, the reality is that some 2014 Washington quarters, particularly those in exceptional condition or with unique features, can be worth a lot more. In fact, some have been sold for substantial amounts in the numismatic market, particularly the uncirculated and proof versions. The key to determining the value of a coin is understanding the factors that make it unique or rare. Condition is a huge factor when it comes to valuing a coin. A 2014 Washington quarter in circulation, with wear and tear from use, will be worth close to its face value of 25 cents. However, if the coin is in uncirculated condition, meaning it has never been used and still maintains its original shine and details, its value can increase significantly. Coins like this, which are graded as mint state (MS), are highly desirable to collectors. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. For instance, a 2014 quarter in MS 65 or better condition could be worth more than just a few dollars, but it doesn't end there. Another important factor that can increase the value of a 2014 Washington quarter is the mint mark. The 2014 quarters were minted at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, P, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. The ones from the San Francisco Mint, especially in proof quality, tend to be the most valuable due to their limited mintage and higher quality of strike. If you find a 2014 quarter with the S mint mark, particularly a proof coin, you could be looking at a higher value piece. On top of that, coin collectors are always on the lookout for minting errors. These mistakes are rare, but when they do occur, they can drastically increase a coin's value. A 2014 Washington quarter with an error such as a double die, misaligned strike, or off-center imprint is highly sought after. If you happen to find one with such a mistake, make sure to get it professionally appraised, as it could be worth a pretty penny. So, what is the actual worth of a 2014 Washington quarter if it's in exceptional condition or comes with a minting error? Well, the value can vary widely, depending on the specifics of the coin. In general, a well-preserved 2014 quarter can fetch a few dollars above face value, especially if it's graded as MS 65 or higher. But, if you're lucky enough to have a rare error coin or a high-grade proof coin, the value can shoot up significantly. The most exciting part is that some of these 2014 quarters have been sold for incredible prices at auctions. A 2014 Washington quarter in pristine condition could be worth as much as $90,000. That's right, you heard me correctly, $90,000. It goes to show just how much demand there is for rare and unique coins, and how even a modern coin like the 2014 Washington quarter can hold incredible value in the right circumstances. If you happen to have one of these coins in your collection or find one in your change, it's worth taking a closer look. Be sure to examine the condition, check the mint mark, and keep an eye out for any minting errors that could make it even more valuable. To be sure of its worth, it's always a good idea to have it appraised by a professional or taken to a reputable coin dealer. Today's video is all about one of the most iconic American coins, the Washington quarter. But, we won't just be talking about any Washington quarter. We're diving deep into the 1990 Washington quarter dollar, a coin that might be lurking in your collection or even sitting in your pocket right now. And trust me, this coin has a value that might just surprise you. As many of you know, the Washington quarter has been a staple in U.S. currency since 1932. It was initially introduced to honor George Washington, the first President of the United States, and it's been a part of American currency ever since. The design is straightforward, the obverse features a profile of Washington, and the reverse displays an eagle in flight, a symbol of freedom and strength. However, not all Washington quarters are created equal. Some years and specific mint marks can significantly affect their value. The 1990 Washington quarter is part of the ongoing series, but it holds its own unique qualities that set it apart from other years. One of the things that makes the 1990 Washington quarter particularly intriguing to collectors is the context in which it was produced. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, the U.S. Mint was going through a period of modernization. Coin collectors were keeping a close eye on these changes, making this period a hotbed for future rare coins. The 1990 Washington quarter was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, with the P Mint mark located on the reverse side of the coin. While the standard 1990 Washington quarter in circulated condition generally holds little more than its face value of 25 cents, coins in higher grades, particularly uncirculated ones, can be worth much more. So, what exactly makes the 1990 Washington quarter so valuable? The key factors are its condition, the specific mint mark, and any potential errors in the minting process. Like any coin, the better its condition, the higher its value. A 1990 Washington quarter in uncirculated condition, meaning it's never been used in circulation, can fetch a premium price. These coins are carefully preserved, so their details remain sharp, and they maintain their luster. For those of you with an eye for quality, uncirculated versions of the 1990 Washington quarter are incredibly sought after, and they can command impressive prices, especially if they're graded as mint state. Mint state coins are those that are essentially in perfect condition, with no signs of wear or imperfections. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. A coin graded as MS-65, for example, could be worth significantly more than a coin with a lower grade. Now, let's take it a step further. Some of the most coveted 1990 Washington quarters are the proof coins. These coins are specially minted with a higher quality process, resulting in a flawless, mirror-like finish that makes them stand out. Proof coins are typically produced for collectors, and they have a much lower mintage compared to the regular circulating coins. If you happen to have a 1990 proof Washington quarter in your collection, it could be worth far more than just a few dollars, but it doesn't stop there. Coin collectors also love to hunt for coins with minting errors, and the 1990 Washington quarter is no exception. Errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or even a misaligned die can make these coins incredibly valuable. Mint errors are rare, and when they do occur, they can send a coin's value skyrocketing. Imagine finding a 1990 Washington quarter with an error. Those types of coins are highly coveted in the collector's market. If you come across one, be sure to get it appraised, as it could be worth far more than its face value. So, what kind of value are we talking about here? While the typical 1990 Washington quarter in average circulated condition is worth little more than face value, uncirculated versions can fetch anywhere from a few dollars to a couple of $100s, depending on their grade and condition. Proof coins are even more valuable, sometimes going for several $100s. However, here's the truly exciting part: some extremely rare 1990 Washington quarters, those with exceptional quality, or perhaps even a minting error, have been known to sell for an unbelievable price. If you're fortunate enough to have a top-tier 1990 Washington quarter, you could be sitting on a true treasure. Now, for the moment you've been waiting for, brace yourselves, because some of the rarest and most pristine 1990 Washington quarters have sold for an astonishing $140,000. Yes, you heard that right, $140,000. That's the kind of value we're talking about for a perfectly preserved, high-grade version of this coin. The combination of rarity, condition, and collector demand can result in these amazing price tags. So, if you have a 1990 Washington quarter in your collection, it's definitely worth getting it professionally graded and appraised. You never know, you might just have a coin worth far more than you ever imagined. In conclusion, the 1990 Washington quarter dollar is a coin that has piqued the interest of collectors due to its design, minting process, and the possibility of rare errors. While most of these coins might just be worth a few dollars, the rare specimens, those in mint state, or those with unique features, can fetch prices that are nothing short of incredible. If you have a 1990 Washington quarter, don't let it slip by without checking its condition, mint mark, and any potential errors it may have. It could be the key to unlocking a valuable addition to your collection. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your fellow coin collectors. Stay tuned for more fascinating coin stories, tips, and guides. Until next time, happy collecting.